That's the report as a whole. We adopted. Those in favour, please say aye. Those opposed, carried. The Development Contributions Policy Review Recommendations. Good timing, Jamie. The item 25, the Development Contributions Policy Review Recommendations.
Yep, I'm happy to move that.
There are two
I think there's
things,
2 points at the end, though, that just require a bit of council guidance on.
6.8 and 6.9 in the recommendations on page 159 require a steer from the council in terms of whether staff should investigate this, and my assumption is that we would like this to be investigated in both cases.
As chair of the development forum that went through this, my recommendation, up to you though, would be that we indicate to the affirmative for both 6.8 and 6.9 that we would like staff to do further work in both of those areas.
So, Jamie, if we say that council asks staff to investigate a policy on both of those?
Yes, 6.8, the council wishes staff to investigate, and 6.9, that council wishes staff to investigate.
Well, actually ask staff, because probably a wish is not a direction. Okay. Yep, sorry. Ali? Yanni?
I had a question really. 6.2 on page 159, agree the identified approaches. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but that's clearly in order of preference. I just wondered if someone could, has anyone done any work around, it says apply a maximum limit on the charge and recover the balance from rates.
And
anyone done
the balance from rates?
Has anyone done any work on that as to what that could essentially mean?
And here they are to answer the question.
Oh, magic. Thank you. Wondering where everyone else was on this topic.
They deserted you.
So, sorry, apply a maximum limit on the charge and cover the balance from rates. Again, I need to remind everyone on this report that it's all done with the 2013 DCP charge and the capital program. So as far as doing any work around it, it would just be looking at an imaginary scenario. So we'd prefer to do that work once we actually see what the figures look like with the 2015 capital program.
So that would change.
All of the figures in here are just an indication of what movement happens if we were to apply the catchments.
But that option could change if the figures change?
No, the option would still be there. But what that means for you would depend on what the program looks like and what the charges look like.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So when we see the actual numbers, we'll get to see those before actually implementing them?
Yes, this isn't actually asking you to do anything apart from agree that if you were to see charges that looked too high for you, the first thing that we would do, that we would propose to you, is that we consider the capital project which is causing those high charges. The second thing would be to look at the catchments and see if there are any anomalies within there that we can adjust to resolve that. And then the third option is to look at potential options to address what might be a charge that's too high for other reasons.
Yep. So this is setting out the principles whereby it will be done. Yep. Okay. Any other questions? Sorry, Yanni.
Given the financial impact of this, whether it would actually be worthwhile having a workshop to go through what the different principles are and what the financial implications are. I just feel that this is quite a complex piece of work, and it's not, in my view, not really clear about what it means in terms of our long-term plan, in terms of the financial trade-offs.
Well, this has been discussed with the wasn't the development forum, but prior to that we've also discussed that with, what was the committee prior to the strategy and planning committee. So that committee has been through these matters, and we've also had clearly obviously a legislative change that is directing us to a more catchment based approach. Effectively, this is really about saying what is the proportion and how is it distributed that you are actually recovering money from development, depending on where development costs actually fall. So, I mean, it's really over to council whether it wishes to workshop this any further. It is required by the 1st of December to send a signal about what its intended policy will be. Obviously, as I think Chelsea's been explaining, the finalisation of that will still need to come through the actual proposal that goes into the LTP and be consulted on.
Right. So you're establishing the principles from which these will come back to you with real numbers.
Yes, certainly.
Okay, cool. Can I put that? Moved by Jamie, seconded by Dave. Those in favour, please say aye. Those opposed, carried. That was the whole lot.
Madam